there are two parts to it. One is a general test and one is more specific. So remember, we're trying to separate C1 from C2. So my hand position here is that I'm holding the back of his, or supporting the back of his head as well as the C1 neural arches. So my palpate C2 spinous process and come above it. And then I'm just going to lift his head up towards the ceiling. So I'm lifting his head as well as C1, and the gravity is going to pull down on C2 and the rest of the cervical spine. So that's for somebody who has acute symptoms.
Will you say that one more time?
Okay. So lifting C1 and head up, and the gravity will pull down on C2 as well as the rest of the neck. So this is just using the gravity. Okay. So this is somebody who has acute symptoms. But you can be more specific if somebody has in subacute or chronic state. So now I'm not only going to try to lift C1 up, but at the same time push C2 down. So in order to do that, I'm going to bring my thumbs around the anterior part of C2 behind the sternocleidomastoid. And then while I push his C1 and head up, I push down on C2. So this will take a little bit of practice. And if you're feeling a lot of motion, that means you're not stabilizing it correctly. You okay with that? And that's where I need you to be careful. Talk to your partner and don't give them upper cervical spine symptoms just from being like heavy-handed. And those upper cervical spine symptoms are what? Nausea, dizziness, feeling like throwing up, lump in the throat. People will get that type of symptoms, and we have a lot of there are a lot of sensory input in the cervical spine, so be careful. Positive with this test would be reproduction of core compression, not just pain. Of course, they're going to be in pain. Everything will hurt.
So are you pressing that on the transverse process?
Anterior part of the transverse process.